So in this video we are going to see another pattern, which is like printing the x in the form of a triangle that decreases in each line. Okay, so this is the pattern, this is the pattern that we wanted to print, and let us see what is the logic or what is the thought process behind building this kind of pattern. So if you observe this pattern very closely, right, if you observe this pattern very closely, we can break this pattern into two parts. One part is where the value of x is getting decreased from top to down, and then there is another part where the value of x is getting increased from above to below. So here I have written the first part is where the rows decreases from 5 to 1, okay, and then there is another part where the rows increases from 2 to 5, okay. So in order to print this kind of pattern, we need to use two for loops. One for loop is used for printing this pattern, and the another for loop would be used to print this pattern, okay. Now here is the program that prints that pattern, and if you see this program, right, it starts with as include stdio.h like any other C program, then int main, then we declare two variable. One variable is k, another variable is I. So k variable is used to control the number of rows, and I variable is used to control the number of x that needs to be printed. So if you see, observe here, this is one part. This part will print the first pattern, and then the another part which will print the another pattern, okay. So here is the dry run of these two part. One is decreasing part and another is increasing part. If you see, there is one outer loop. The outer loop starts from 4k is equal to 1, k less than equal to 5, k plus plus, which signifies that there would be 5 rows that will be printed. So please note, this k will determine only how many lines would be there for the printing, but the actual printing will happen from the variable I, right? So if you observe here, for I is equal to 1, I less than equal to 5, I plus plus. So from where this 5 is coming is, when you see the logic is 6 minus k. So 6 minus k will convert into 6 minus 1, and the answer would be 5. So that way this loop will turn into, for I is equal to 1, I less than equal to 5, I plus plus, okay, and this loop will run for 5 times. So this inner loop will run for the 5 times. That is the reason it will print the 5 number of x's, and when it prints 5 number of x's, there is print slash n. So the purpose of print slash n is to bring the cursor from here to here, okay. So if we don't write print slash n, then what will happen is the cursor would be here, and the next time when this loop will run, it will start printing this 4x from here instead of here. So we wanted to make this pattern in the decreasing order. That's where we put a print slash n, so that the cursor will move from here to here. Now let's see what happens when k is equal to 2. So k is equal to 2, then if you go here, I is equal to 1, I less than equal to 6 minus k. 6 minus k will convert into 6 minus 2, because the k value of k is 2. Then I 6 minus 2 is 4. So this for loop will start from I is equal to 1, I less than equal to 4, I plus plus. Then it will print the 4x, okay. Then we have slash n. Slash n will bring the cursor from here to here, okay. Now the loop starts where k is equal to 3. When k is equal to 3, 6 minus k is 6 minus 3. 6 minus 3 is 3. So the loop will run from I is equal to 1, I less than equal to 3, I plus plus. So this will print the 3x. Then again the cursor is here. The loop terminates, and then it will come out here, and then it will bring the cursor to the next line. Now the k value is 4. When the k value is 4, 6 minus 4 will become 2, and the loop will go from I is equal to 1 to I less than equal to 2. That means this loop will run for 2 times. When this loop will run for the 2 time, it will print 2x. Okay, then again the cursor is here, print slash n will bring the cursor to the next line here, and then finally the k value becomes 5. When k value becomes 5, 6 minus 5 will be 1, so I less than equal to 1, so this loop will run for 1 time, and then it will print 1x. Okay, now k value will become 6. So when it comes in this for loop, k is equal to 1, k value becomes 6, 6 less than equal to 5, which is false. So if it is false, it will not go inside this line, and then the program for this for loop completes here. Now when it comes to the increasing part, what generally happens is we do the same thing, but in this time, since we wanted to start from like printing the 2x, that is the reason we have like reduced the value of k from 5 to 4. Okay, so this k less than equal to 4 will signifies that there would be 4 line that would be printed. Okay, and then the inner loop will work in the same way. So if I go to the inner loop, for I is equal to 1, I less than equal to k plus 1, k value is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. When it becomes 2, I less than equal to 2, this means this for loop will run for the 2 times. So 2x will get printed. Then again there is a new line, cursor will move from here to here, and then k value becomes 2. When k value becomes 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, so I less than equal to 3. When I less than equal to 3, this for loop will run for the 3 times and will print the 3x. And then cursor is here, then it will go to the print slash n, which means the new line, cursor will come here, and then it will the k value will become 3. When k value will become 3, 3 plus 1 is 4, so I less than equal to 4, that means this loop will run for the 4 times. So when this loop will run for the 4 time, it will print 4x, cursor is here, now there is a print slash n, so print slash n will bring the cursor to the next line, so the cursor will come here. Okay, finally k value becomes 4, 4 plus 1 is equal to 5, I less than equal to 5, then this loop will run for the 5 times, and then it will print the 5x. Now what will happen? Now the program will not go forward, and then it makes the k value to 5. When k value will become 5, 5 less than equal to 4, 5 is not equal to 4, so that is the reason this loop will not execute thereafter. So this is how like the pattern will get printed. This pattern will have 2 parts. One is the decreasing part, another is increasing part. Decreasing part will print the pattern from top to down in like decreasing order, and increasing pattern will print the pattern from in the increasing order from top to down. Okay, thank you.